Hello, Ampians, and welcome back to DG Trades. I was going to say DG360. That's my gaming channel. I'm all over the place. Congratulations. We've been in this for a very long time. We've been tracking this. We talked about this. I'm going to talk about what I did, where I see it going. Now, be very careful here. The RSI right now on a short term is very high. Okay, again, this is not financial advice. These are just my opinions. We're seeing a very large wick here, and so far on the daily, it looks like it's finishing under a very interesting line that I have been talking about every single time I've talked about AMP, this very beginning of the ICO, and there is this is a very important support and resistance trend here. Every time it hits it, we see this crazy pop. And who knows? Who knows where we're going to land on this? It will be interesting if the daily can close above this pink line, and it looks like it's fighting it right now as I do this video. I would say in the short term, just be a little bit leery. We're all weary. Be a little bit leery of what's happening here. This is a point. This is a very big inflection point. This bullish trend, and this is a bullish bearish resistance line. When it hits, it's exactly what I said, isn't it? When it hits this line here, you get these dramatic moves, and you did. You got yourself a pop over it and then a sell off under it. So the market's trying to decide what it wants to do. Unfortunately, I did sell 25% of my bag at 0.072, which is a 30% gain on those on that portion of what I hold on those profits, which is nice. 30% gain on that 25% of the position that I've sold. And that's usually what I do. I scale out like that. Like I will scale out in percentages 12% or 25% as I go up. I will scale out of the position. In the same way I dollar cost average in, I also scale out. That's my own personal preference. When I get in trades, I take a little bit here, I take a little bit there, and then it's a cumulative percentage by the time I get out. I know what I'm going to make and I know what I'm going to lose. You should always do this before you trade, guys. You should always set all your stops. You should always know exactly. And again, that stop was not that I did not post a limit sell right there, and I don't know why, and that bugs me. Oh, that's such a noob mistake on my part. So anyway, we talked about this on the last video. We said, hey, this is the last bearish resistance in this down descending triangle. We have been seeing it bouncing around and bouncing around. You can see all these wonderfully drawn lines. You can go back to prior videos and you can hear everything I've been talking about AMP for the longest time. And look, it hit the top of this descending triangle line on the resistance side, and it bumped up against the upper end of it, and boom, we had a break. Okay, there was a test here, and it was off to the races. Hit this, boom, and it went straight to that very important line, to that what I call the bullish and bearish resistance line. This line is so very important, and every time it touches here, right here, right here, right here, every time you see it touch this line, you see crazy, crazy, crazy swings. And it's just, I mean, look how many times this thing is touched. Look at all these times that this is touched. And we got good momentum down here. Like right here, this is shaping up nice. Let's look at it on a weekly. Let's see where we're at on the weekly. Oh yeah, that's a nice candle. But be a little bit leery. Here we have this big wick right here. We saw another wick right here, but we are again, and look at this. Look at this forming. This is very pretty. This is actually quite pretty. Let me get this thing out of the way here so you guys can check out the MACD. And we are now going to have possibly this blue line crossing. Oh man, this could be big. We have this blue line. We have been waiting so long, and when you wait so long for a move, when it happens, it could be explosive. So I have another stop set around, I believe, I think I shot a little bit higher around 10. Then I got another shot at 12, and then I'm holding a smaller portion of the 25% of this bag for probably the duration just to see where we're going to go with it. And the position I have was fairly large, and I'm up very I'm up very nicely right now. I continue to hold. I do believe this is a token worth holding, at least through this bull cycle. And let's see. It's off to the races, boys, and congratulations to you if you sold a little portion of it. It always trade according to your risk tolerance and how much you put in the trade. If you're happy with 30%, take it. You'll be kicking yourself if this thing goes up. 30% is not bad. I mean, 30% is pretty damn good. If you compare it to the equities markets, 30% is pretty nice, and it's better to make money than lose it. So just trade responsibly within your risk tolerance. If you're somebody that, knows the whole story of AMP. We've talked about AMP. You might be in it for a longer haul and not just in it for the quick pop, like we talked about IoTeX earlier. Very speculative play that we got into that did a 6 time. You can check that video out on the channel. But we've got winners today, and that is just a good feeling, and it's nice to know that we were on the right side of this trade. For those of you who got involved in this, again, I would just say, listen, trade responsibly, set stops, know your trade before you get in any trade. Know what you're getting in. Understand, especially in crypto, what the utility of the token is. And for me, there's always got to be some type of utility. There always has to be some type of function, and the tokenomics have to be halfway decent at least. And when you're talking about these tokens that are in this range, in the 5-cent range, IoTeX was in the 6-cent range. We were trading that. When you're talking about tokens that are down at this level, at this stage of the bull market, there is a reason for it. And you have to understand that. Okay, we could only just get this quick pop, and that's it. It could go a little bit harder and fly a little bit faster if we see ETH continue with its crazy push up. Bitcoin staying fairly stable here in the 60s. These types of coins could very, very well flourish within the next month or two, and we could have much more gains in this as well. This is the wonder of crypto. Very volatile. All these are assets, and all of them are very, very volatile. But like within how long? 90 days, 30% gain on the 25% that I sold. It's pretty nice for me. Feeling pretty good about that. That's in 90 days to make 30%. You can't ask for anything better. It's a month and a half. And congratulations to everybody that was in on this trade. And we'll continue tracking it. We will continue tracking it. And I encourage people that are in AMP and who are new to the channel, watch the other AMP videos, because I talk a lot about these moments, these news moments, this particular line that is super important to AMP. And if we can finish over that line, that would be amazingly positive. And looking down here at the MACD on AMP, I know a lot of people on this channel here do follow me, and we're like, where the fuck's the AMP news at, DG? Here it is. Congratulations. We've been waiting a long time for something like this, and I'm feeling happy for everybody involved in it. And just remember, trade within your risk tolerance. You could wake up tomorrow and this is gone. So, be aware of the position you have. Be aware of the money that you've put into this, and ask yourself, what am I comfortable with? How can I sleep at night and not like wake up 50 times and worry about this, right? And the answers to that question: set your stops, know your trade before you even buy anything. That should be the first thing that you do. Know what it is that you're getting involved with. Research the F out of it. Set your stops. Know what you're going to lose on it. Know what you're going to make on it. Do the goddamn math before you even touch the buy button, or vice versa. Always look at it when you're in it afterwards in terms of like analyzing it. Has anything changed? What is the news? Right? Stay semi-aware of it. That's what this channel's for. So I'm just really happy. We had 2 big scores on this channel, and it just feels really good to be a part of that. There's going to be losses here as well. And when those moments hit, we'll talk about how to mitigate those losses. And there's going to be down times as well. But in terms of trading here for myself, just been a very, very good week. And that's always time for a celebration. And it just feels damn good. And you have to, you know, the more you trade, the more you realize it's not always this either. So, again, not financial advice, all my opinions, take it or leave it. Be an adult. If you're a child that wants to point fingers for all the times that I am to look at things and analyze things and things move in the wrong direction, but you get involved and you want to point fingers and blame me, just realize I'm just a bald dude here giving my opinions, and you do what you want because you're an adult. So just trade responsibly. It is so important to know what you're getting in, and I can't say that enough. All right, everybody, congratulations. Feels good. I am wondering what is going to happen right here. I mean, like, will it finish on this pink line for the daily? That's a good possibility. There might be some fighting right here. There might be some fighting up here. But if the daily candle finishes right there, whoa, now that's some technical analysis you definitely will not see on any other channel. That's the how I predict the price movement to go. No, just teasing. All right, everybody. I will see you on the next vid.